I'm gonna take you along for the ride. What'd you run over?
That fucking locust tree limb.
Alright, we're at our first stand. I don't know if you can see it, but it's in a flooded creek bottom, so we're gonna take it down and move on to the next three. And yeah, one at a time. We're way back in a mud hole, so. Handy dandy black straps that Seth has here, we take and you tie up to each side of the top of that stand, and the second person comes down and holds the stand down. It's really just for safety because he's had an accident where he fell out of a stand and I'm not getting up there. So once he gets up there, he ties him up. I hold him back and it holds the tree to the stand once he unstraps it, and I just hold it until he gets down, and then it's really easy. But they come with every stand that you buy.
Pretty much anymore, since like 2002.
And a lot of people don't use them or don't want to, but even when you're by yourself, you can use them. You just climb down and tie them around the bottom of the tree.
Can't be safe enough out here. If you're out here by yourself, you land on a damn stick or something, you're done, you know. We can show you another way too. You can take them up there, bring them around the back of the tree, X them, and tie them to the ladder. Is really what you're supposed to do. It holds the ladder sturdy, holds it tight to the tree under support, and tucks the top in when you bust that strap loose. So once you take top strap loose, you know, you're at the mercy of, you know, uneven ground, floodplain like what we're in, stuff like that. So we'll show you here real quick.
Safety first. I want to show them the X-way first. So if you were by yourself, you would take the strap, X them behind the back of the tree, and then bring them up like this, and then you just tie them around your ladder. But since we're not by ourselves today, that's not how we're going to do it. We're going to do it this way. I have one from each side. I just back up pretty good distance without stepping on snakes or hornet's nests. And then I wrapped him up evenly in my hands and just used my body weight as a counterweight against Seth up top. So, easy peasy. While Seth is climbing up there and getting ready to tie the ropes to this next stand, one more thing we wanted to mention in regards to safety is when you lean this stand back off the tree, when you take it down, make sure your area is clear. If you catch a branch or another tree and that falls out of your hands and falls on you or hooks your arm, you're going to get injured as well. So like here, I don't really know how to show you that well. There he is, and this is wide open behind him. But if this stand were on this side of the tree, well, here's this tree, and you have to make sure you're not going to clip that to come down. So either you spin it on the tree after you climb down and tie it, or you trim branches or whatever. Just make sure it is clear to get that thing to the ground.
It's very rare that the stand location will be the way you stand it up in the tree. Like most of the time you always take the clear path so you don't hit things, but then you want it to face a certain way, or it's got to lean with the tree, or you'll be uncomfortable for hours on end. So there's always multiple ways to do things. Just what we found is pretty consistent, dead on information year after year is you take your time and do them right, get them in the tree, new ratchet straps every year, you're not going to have a problem. Even like your bow hanger, your gear hook on the back, certain ways. Obviously, your right-hand shooter, you can't shoot that. You'll be tucked against the tree, so your bag can hang off that side. And for us, this one's a little bit high for Kayla, but it worked for her. So, but like your bow hook could get in the way of your cam, when you're coming across for your shots, stuff like that. But as we noted, it don't really matter here. We're losing it, so it's just the little things, the heat of the moment, add up. You don't want any question, you don't want any doubt when you're up here. Tons of little things can add up and really make a difference on actually getting the deer, getting in the bed of your truck. So, I don't know, just your setup. I re-weld most of my stands. I put a bigger platform on them. The thing sits nice. Get it in the tree square, straight. And then once you get up here, and then you got 20-yard shot, 30-yard shot, whatever you have. Multiple ways to do it. You may get up here and you don't like it. You have to move it over 20 feet. I don't know. Every woods has its own thing, so just kind of use it to your advantage. I mean, if you're stupid with it, you're going to get stupid results. So I don't know what to tell you there.
As long as the camera stays, because I have it on a dead tree branch, I'm going to show you how to tie this, and we're going to do this one this way, just so you can see. So I have X'd it around the tree, and then I usually just pick any one of these ladder rungs, but one that's kind of a little lower than eye level for me, I don't know. And you just wrap it around there a couple times crossways. If I can figure out how to tie a knot, it'd be great. Why can I not tie a knot today? My brain ain't working. And you just tie it like that, both of them.
I found, just to add to it a little more, you want your pull rope and all this crap clear. This is stupid. Go under the rung, your step. You can get a little more leverage on it. You can really get on that nylon strap. And I always choose to go to the ladder side. You can get pretty tight with that. Strap around rung, your excess to the ladder side, I guess, per se, but then I bring it around the bottom of just the nylon, and it really brings it to it. That thing ain't going nowhere, really. I mean,
mine's a little looser.
We always say that about ratchet straps, I guess, when we tie something down, but, and I mean, you can go multiple ways to keep cinching that thing down, because it's pulling that a little tighter yet again, one more lap. You can cross it over, do it again. Once you get all your laps in, then it really don't matter about a knot, because the thing ain't going to really come loose. But like these, I don't know what brand stand this is, it don't really matter. You're on a hillside, smaller size tree. We try to choose a 12-inch tree. Yeah, you have the X, but your X is always in a different location. You can pull too hard on this, and it'll actually slide the whole thing down and flex your ladder. So I mean, yeah, you got some strong guy, whatever, don't really care. You can pull too hard on this and pull it away from the tree yet again because your support's still there. You're pulling lower, off the top in a way. So it'll still separate it up top where you don't want. You want a little bit of movement here. You want this thing to flex. Like me, 280 pounds, don't need help falling. There's kind of a fine line to these. A lot of guys don't use them. Like I know dozens of guys that don't do this. Too much time, blah, 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 don't care. This will work. I mean, if you're sketchy about heights, whatever, 14 foot, whatever this is, hillside, briars, bunch of sticks. Don't fall. Like this little bit here, it's, I don't know. I mean, my dad don't do it. He gets crabby with me. But you know, just a simple like little deal here. I mean, it's like I've done it 15 years. I don't know, and I've yet to fall. So you guys that are slipping in the trees, stuff like that, thinking it's funny, I don't know.
In case you can't tell, it's approximately 175 degrees outside. No, it's actually like 110 on the hottest week of the year, but you know, what else do you do this stuff?
Great day for tree stand. Yay.